And welcome to Bulldogs Stadium. Monty Walker along with Stephen Braswell and Michael Mosier and the rest of the gang here. It is the 27th meeting between Howe and Pottsboro. The initial game was on November 3rd, 1972. Howe won that game right here at Bulldogs Stadium, 21-0. But since then, Pottsboro has won 15. Howe's only won 9 more since that game, and they tied one back in the 70s. And it was a very, very tight series up until Matt Poe got to Pottsboro. Poe got here in 2006 to Pottsboro, and all he's done is win 73 games. He's tied now with Ronnie Ray for the all-time lead in Pottsboro school history. Has a chance tonight with a win over Howe to become the all-time leading head football coach in victories at Pottsboro High School. But Howe trying to slam the door on that tonight, Michael.
Yeah, this should be a good ball game.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game. Like I said, Howe trails Pottsboro in the series 10-1. 15 wins for Pottsboro, 10 for Howe, and 1 tie back in the 70s. The records for Howe coaches against Pottsboro over the years: Norman Dickey was 2-2. Blackie Wade was 1-2-1. He's the one who got the tie back in the 70s. Buck Smith was 2-3. Jim Fryer 3-2. The only head coach to have a winning record over Pottsboro, that being Coach Fryer. Davey DeBose was 1-1. Stoney Kaufman 0-2. Corey Crane, I take that back because Corey Crane had a 1-0 record, so he joins Coach Jim Fryer with having a winning record over Pottsboro. Joe Watson was 0-2, and now Zach Hudson 0-1, looking to be 1-1 after tonight. Pottsboro's head coach, we told you, is trying to surpass Ronnie Ray for the most victories in Pottsboro school history with 73, and he replaced Jim Verdon in 2006. Verdon went 1-19 in his 2 years at Pottsboro, 2004 and 2005. And before Poe became the head coach at Pottsboro, they held a 10-9 advantage in this series. And both schools were virtually deadlocked. Howe scoring 293 and Pottsboro 294 in the series in those 19 games. Since Poe, Pottsboro is 5-1 and has outscored Howe 206-65 and has won by a margin of 25 points on 5 of the 6 meetings. Matt Poe has been a huge difference maker as a head coach for Pottsboro. At Bulldog Stadium, Pottsboro has won 7 out of 13 meetings and has outscored Howe 202-178. The longest winning streak in the series for either team goes to Pottsboro. They've won 4 straight from 1974 to 1977. Pottsboro shut out Howe 5 times. Howe shut out Pottsboro 3 times. The largest margin of victory for Howe was 41. That was my sophomore year when we thumped it on the Cardinals 41-0 right here at Bulldog Stadium in 1989. Pottsboro's largest margin of victory was 40 when they beat Howe 40-0 in 1975. The two teams have been in the same district 21 times. Pottsboro finished ahead of Howe 14 times, while Howe finished ahead of Pottsboro 7 times. So it's one of those where if you look at it overall, it was a very, very tight contest and tight matchup, tight series for both teams against each other up until recently when Matt Poe took the position of head coach of the Pottsboro Cardinals in 2006. And since then, everything has changed. They've completely dominated this football series.
They have, and just listening to you go over that, the numbers, I mean, they're phenomenal. They're close up until that point.
The Cardinals and Howe's last meeting was last year, September 27th, and the Cardinals defense threw down a shutout, and the Cardinals used 2 long drives in the first half to beat Howe 28-0. Pottsboro drove 90 yards and 72 yards in the first half and led 14-0 in intermission. In the third, they put it away as Corey Waller took short screen passes for long touchdowns of 50 and 85 yards. Pottsboro, last year after this meeting with Howe, 4-1 and 1-0 in district, but right now they are 3-1 and have not played a district game, as of course Howe and Pottsboro not in the same district this year. Pottsboro so far this year has defeated Aubrey 34-3, lost to Gunner, a very good football team that is in Howe's district, 28-26. They beat Boyd 17-7, and last week smoked Bowie 52-19. So, Pottsboro with another good football team that they'll display tonight. Howe, they are 2-2 and has played some good football early on. They really played really well early going in the season against Bonham and against Sacred Heart. But Lindsay and Ponder have snuck up on them in the past couple of weeks. Howe has led in every football game so far, but have not been able to close the door in the last two contests.
Yeah, and Ponder snuck up on them. That was a good ball game last week, and they just kind of snuck up.
A new starter tonight for the Howe Bulldogs, just called up from JV. J.P. McQueen will start at outside linebacker for the Howe Bulldogs. A couple of injuries. Ty Portman will not play tonight. Again, not taking any risk before district. No reason to really to play him tonight before district gets underway, and so he will not play tonight. Nor will Dalton Felder, who suffered a concussion during the week, and he will not play tonight either. So some changes defensively, obviously, for the Howe Bulldogs. And we'll go over the starting lineups here in just a moment, but from what we understand, the Pottsboro starting quarterback Hunter Mullinex will also not play tonight. However, he was in uniform for pregame. So we'll have to find out exactly what's going on with him. And we may see him, we may not. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll have the coaches show coming up here in just a moment on Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Welcome to the Bulldogs Coaches Show, featuring Howe Athletic Director and Head Coach Zach Hudson.
Coach, a tough loss to Ponder, 27-20 last week. You talked after the game about going for two. Talk about that.
Oh, it was one of those things, it's a coaching call, and you got to make the call pretty fast. We had the momentum. It was going through our minds to go for two. We've been 100% on extra points all year, so it's, hope nothing bad happens, and it was one of those things where I look back and we probably at that moment and that time and this time of the season and coming off a tough loss last week that we could have got some momentum and kept it for the game then. Of course, if you get stopped and, now you're, still a point behind and they have the momentum and they ended up blocking the field goal or the extra point and kind of stopped our momentum. But one of those things you look back on that these kids, this time for the program and everything else, it might have, got us kind of rolling a little bit if we would have shoved it in there for 2 points and taken over the game and made them scramble a little bit. But one of those calls that you look back on, maybe you would have done it different. But then if we would have gone for two and not made it, I probably would have done it different then too. So, we were 100% on our extra points this year. So it was kind of a no-brainer at the time. But looking back, momentum-wise and things like that some people don't realize and see that it kind of affects the game a whole lot.
That was the second straight week facing some huge kids up front. That's got to be abnormal for this size of school.
It is, but there's a reason we made the schedule out the way we did. We want our kids to face adversity. We want them to face good football teams. We don't want to hit district and have to play at a higher level. We want to get in the district and still be on the same level we've been playing at. So saying that, again, tomorrow night we have another big game against some big kids, and we're going to have to figure it out. The good thing is I really think we're undersized a little bit, but once you figure out how to overcome that, you become a lot better football team, and our linemen become a lot better. And I think against Ponder, they started figuring it out in the second half, and it showed in that one drive that we did what we were supposed to do. It's not so much assignment, it's just technique, and trying to use a different technique on bigger kids that we have to do. Even on our defensive line and linebackers, we struggle a little bit just due to size. They can, run inside a lot on us, and so we have to use a better technique and to getting off blocks and making sure we're not, we're always in the spot we're supposed to be, and we have to play perfect against bigger teams.
Stratton Carroll, Tyler Grisham, they seem to make this offense go. Even though Anthony Hawthorne's the load carrier,
right,
when those guys pop the big yardage, it seems like everything flows better.
Well, teams are going to key on Anthony just due to the yardage he's gained. But when those other guys go, it makes them think about them also. So every time that Grisham and Stratton and other kids can get 60 to 80 yards a game, and if or over 100 hopefully, but if they can get 60 to 80 yards a game, you lose 2 tacklers that are keying on Anthony. And if both of them can do it, now you're losing 4 tacklers that are keying on Anthony. So things open up a lot more for everybody when they're successful also.
We'll talk about Pottsboro now, Division I. They're 3-1. They're always a good program under Matt Poe. Talk about them a little bit.
Oh, they're well coached. He's been there for, I think, over 10 years now. And it's one of those things that he's built a pretty good program there. They're not the best team I've ever seen Pottsboro have, but they're still playing so hard, and they're living up to their expectations. Their expectations are high, and since their expectations are high, their kids are going to live up to it. And they play hard, they're physical, and it's a good football team. Last year I thought we played with them to the bitter end. They hit 3 big plays that were the keys to the whole game. We have to keep them in front of us. As long as we can keep them in front of us, we'll be okay. But still having a young defense and things of that nature, we have to keep them in front of us and not let them get outside.
Their statistics show that they're a pretty balanced offense with 800 yards passing, 700 yards rushing, but it's their quarterbacks that are doing most of that rushing. Is that designed?
It is designed. Their quarterbacks have gotten much better. Last year they had a mainly passing quarterback and mainly running quarterback. Both of those kids evidently went to work over the offseason because they have gotten a ton better at doing what they lacked last year. So they can both run, they can both pass, and it makes it a lot more difficult to defend. They still have a very athletic receiver. He has about 20-something catches for the year. And so saying that, we have to keep them in front of us. Last year, they just got behind us twice. And a lot of their passing yards come on big plays. Defenses start looking for run, and they throw it over your head. So, we have to be smart. We have to play our game and make sure we're assignment football.
Ty Portman was out last week. Will he play tonight?
That's a game day decision made by our trainer. He has just a little injury that's one of those things that you don't want it to get worse. If it doesn't heal right, we're going to be fighting it all year. And if we can get it healed up, he'll be fine the rest of the year, and we don't want to lose him for district. So if he's 100%, he will play. If he's not 100%, he won't.
What are the keys to tonight's game?
Keep them in front of us on defense. Make them earn it. Make them earn every down. They historically, don't have 8 to 10 play drives. They have 5 to 6 play drives. They're going to hit a big play. Don't let them have big plays. On offense, we have to control the football. This whole football team is built on controlling the clock, controlling the game. Our offense has to determine what they're going to do on offense. And by saying that is cut down their possessions, make sure they have to hit big plays so then we can turn around kind of know what they're going to do. We did a good job of that in the first 2 games. We controlled, and even the 3rd game, we controlled the football. We were able to know what they were going to do. So we have to play our style and our game, control the football, and not let them score.
This has been the Bulldogs Coaches Show featuring Howe Athletic Director and Head Coach Zach Hudson. You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
To come down to the Sonic and Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. Because it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and the rest of the gang. Let's go over our starting lineups for tonight. As the starting offense for the Howe Bulldogs will be Joaquin Lopez at quarterback, 5'11", 180, and a senior. The slot back, Stratton Carroll, 6 foot 180, and a junior. He's got 225 yards and a touchdown on the season. The wideout will be Caleb Ake. He is the son of the athletic trainer Ricky Ake, 6'1", 190, and a senior. The fullback tonight, Anthony Hawthorne. The Cardinals will be keying on him and his 613 yards and 8 touchdowns on the season. The running back will be Tyler Grisham, 5'11", 205 pounds. He's a sophomore. He has 286 yards and 2 touchdowns. Between Grisham and Carroll, they really need to have big games in order to ease things up for Anthony Hawthorne. Up front, the left tackle, Josh Griffin, 6 foot 220 and a senior. The left guard, Charles Overby, 5'10", 185 and a senior. The center, Tanner Hartsfield, 5'10", 180, a sophomore. The right guard, Kiefer Rogers, 6 foot 225, a senior. And a right tackle, a freshman, 5'10", 235, Clay Marshall. The tight end for the Bulldogs, number 89, Matt Griffin, 6'4", 265, and a sophomore. Now let's give you the Cardinals defense.
Going to be strong safety Zane Martinez, free safety Zane Pritchett, linebacker Chris Dela Cruz, linebacker Christian Stump, linebacker Peyton Lyons, linebacker Jacob Urquizo. You know, I knew I'd struggle with that. Looks
There's
like,
another one up
right,
to the list.
That's right. Looks like his brother. looks like his brother here at left cornerback, Isaiah Urquizo. Left end, Logan Harden, Scooter Cunningham. Well, that'll be a fun name to say. Jacob Baker and Zach Lovelady.
The starting defense for Howe. Up front, Joaquin Lopez, the defensive end. Joel Minivar. We did find out it is Minivar, not Minjavar. Tristan Matthews, the nose guard. Stump Matthews, as we call him. Ty Portman will not play tonight, as we'll have to check and see who actually does starting in his place. Last week, it was, I believe, Mike Helpenstell, and we'll probably see a dose of him as well as some others tonight. The cornerbacks for the Bulldogs, Quentin Harris and Easton Ross. The linebackers, J.P. Quinn, Andrew Griffin, Dylan Moreau, and Tyler Grisham. And the strong safety tonight, Anthony Hawthorne, and starting in place of Dalton Felder is Levi Merzinski. Again, Felder out with a concussion. We'll go over the Pottsboro Cardinals starting offense now, Michael.
Left tackle, Nick Osborne. Left guard, Zach Walton. Center, Carson Hetty. Junior, right guard, number 78. Right tackle is Anthony Jordan. Wide receiver, Zach Lovelady. Starting quarterback, well, he was in uniform. We don't know for sure if he's starting. Is Hunter Mullinex. Wide receiver, Miles Mitchison. I'll get there. Jacob Toll is the slot. Fullback is Thaddeus Flynn.
And talking about that right guard is Connor Strocher. And the wide receiver that you mentioned, Miles Mitchison, 13 receptions for 247 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is the son of former Bulldog Jason Mitchison, who was an outstanding nose guard in the years 90, 91, and 92 right here at Bulldog Stadium. He was a tremendous nose guard for the Howe Bulldogs in those days, collecting several gold footballs while he was on the field back in those days. It's going to be a great game tonight. I believe this is maybe the first or second grade coming out here to sing the national anthem. I believe that's the second grade, and if we can, we'll keep it right here and let you listen to that as they're lining up right now. And if we can let you listen to that, I think that would be great. So, but right now, the Howe Bulldogs and the Pottsboro Cardinals just about ready to get underway here in a few moments. Both tunnels are blown up, and we're just waiting on the kids to come out on the field. Pottsboro's coming out on the field right now, and Howe will be joining them here pretty soon. Pottsboro in all white pants, white jerseys, white helmets with red numbers. They have, looks like 2 red stripes down the side of their pants, and the Arizona Cardinal look on their helmet. They look very much like the old Arizona Cardinals from the 1980s version.
Yeah.
I believe the kids are just about ready to sing the national anthem here, and again, we'll let you hear it as soon as they start. Again, Matt Poe tonight trying to become the all-time leading head coach in school history for Pottsboro in wins. Tied for the moment with Ronnie Ray with 73 wins. A win tonight would give him 74 and surpass Ronnie Ray on the all-time list. So it could be a huge night for Mr. Poe and Pottsboro ISD. And, Matt Poe, obviously the son of legendary head coach Ron Poe, who was the McKinney Lions head coach for about 30 years. They renamed McKinney ISD Stadium after Ron Poe back in 2006. And quite an honor that is. And, of course, his son Matt trying to become the all-time winningest coach at Pottsboro tonight. Tied with Ronnie Ray with 73 wins, trying to get to number 74 tonight. And Howe trying to keep them from doing that as we are just about ready to have the second grade sing our national anthem in just a moment. We are preparing for them. And the Howe Bulldogs coming through the victory line right now in all black pants, black helmets, black jerseys, white numerals outlined in gray. Good crowd on hand tonight here at Bulldog Stadium, as we're just about ready once again for this second grade national anthem. You could even hear Coach Simmons with the victory line down on the end, and here the Bulldogs are in the tunnel. And I think they're going to come through the tunnel first before we have any national anthem. We're going to have the Bulldogs on the field coming through their run-through here in just a moment. You're about to hear an electrified Howe Bulldogs crowd for the first time tonight. That Bulldog is a-rockin' in the north end zone. I would say Howe once again wins the run-through contest, as here come the Howe Bulldogs.
And here come the Dogs.
And now the Pottsboro Cardinals will enter their tunnel with the Cardinal head on top of it. It's a much smaller tunnel than what Howe has, but they'll run out of theirs here in just a moment, as the Bulldogs will hold hands and get ready for the captains to come out on the field. Here come the Pottsboro Cardinals on the other side of the field. Howe in all black pants, black jerseys, black helmets. Pottsboro in all white. white pants, white jerseys, white helmets, as it'll be Joaquin Lopez, Anthony Hawthorne, Easton Ross, and Tyler Grisham, the captains, going out to midfield. And for Pottsboro, it will be Hunter Mullinex, who was not supposed to play tonight, but apparently will. It will also be Carson Hetty for Pottsboro.
Chris Dela Cruz,
and Thaddeus Flynn. Flynn, the running back, a 3-year starter for Pottsboro, has not had the greatest of years so far, had tremendous 1,000-yard seasons the past 2 years, but has not been able to get on track so far in 2014. We'll check this coin toss and see who wins this and who's going to start first, as the captains are right at midfield. The official talking to both sides. Going to talk to Tyler Grisham. Actually, he's going to talk to Joaquin Lopez and Thaddeus Flynn. And the coin toss is up. And it looks like Howe will be defending the south end zone. Pottsboro apparently won the toss. They will receive. They will be moving left to right to start this football game. Howe will be moving right to left. Pottsboro left to right. And they shake hands and now come to the sidelines. And we'll see if we can get this second grade national anthem underway now. As what a sight it is. The kids are on the track facing the home crowd.
Played by the Howe Band.
And this ought to be, if nothing else, really cute. I don't know how well the singing will be, but it'll be really cute.
Yeah, it'll be good.
They have moved the flagpole this year to the north end zone as we have a moment of silence.
Thank you for this day, and I thank you for allowing Pottsboro to get here safely. I pray that you watch over people who have lost loved ones, and I pray that you watch over everyone here as we go home and we get there safely. I pray that you just watch over every one of the football people, the bands, and the fans in the stands. Thank you for this night, and in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
And even better than a moment of silence, a word of prayer here at Bulldog Stadium. The second grade patiently awaiting.
Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
The type of kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, you know, it's something they can be proud of.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 district, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. We're just about underway as it is football time in Texas. Bryce Honecker, the freshman, looking to boot this one away. The Howe Bulldogs kicking towards the north end zone. We'll be moving right to left from our home vantage point. And back deep.
Bryce Honecker kicking off to begin the ball game.
Well, it won't go deep. It'll be to an up man right at the 29-yard line. That'll be taken by
Zach
Lovelady, and he'll make his way. They'll spot the ball at about the 33-yard line, and that's where Pottsboro will start this drive. Just underway here, 11:55 here on the first quarter clock. And what a game this could be. Howe could shock the world with a victory tonight and just prove how good they are. Pottsboro will come out in all wides, as they will all night long. This is going to be Pritchett, the quarterback, throwing deep over the middle, and it is caught. A great catch at the 41-yard line. Immediately on the catch for Pottsboro is Patton Lyons.
Tackle made by Tyler Grisham.
Lyons for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
So Pritchett already with the first down of the night. It'll be 1st and 10 here. He'll swing it out to the left side, and there's lots of room over there, and that's going to be Mitchison, and he's dragging defenders to about the 10-yard line. It'll be brought down inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line, and immediately Pottsboro's on the move. They will actually mark him down shy of the 10 at about the 11-yard line.
Anthony Hawthorne, Dylan Moreau in on the stop.
Timeout's been called. We'll take one too real quick. No score, just underway. Howe and Pottsboro on HoweEnterprise.com.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like...
Sorry, Fast Signs. They were fast on the trigger to come back here. We'll get you in just a few moments. As Pottsboro comes back out, 1st and 10 from their own 11. This is going to be a handoff. That's Flynn running right side. Bounces out of a tackle, bounces out of 2 tackles. Finally brought down by J.P. Queen, the new call-up from the JV. And the ball is spotted at the 5-yard line. About a 7 or 8-yard gain on first down from Thaddeus Flynn.
Ball is on the 5-yard line.
Thank you on that one, boy. I lost my note. Didn't know who he was.
This will be Pritchett wanting to run on the left side. Lots of room over there, and he's into the end zone very easily. Touchdown Pottsboro with 11:02. Only 58 seconds off the clock, and the Cardinals have already scored and marched down the field 71 yards. Make that 67 yards, sorry. Going for 2, no, actually they're going to, this is going to be the point after attempt, and that'll be Abdul Amal, and he will bang it through. 7-0, Pottsboro in the lead early on here at Bulldog Stadium. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge, and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman, 903-893-SIGN. Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as quick firepower from Matt Poe and his Pottsboro Cardinals as they race 67 yards to start this football game. They're up 7-0. Anthony Hawthorne goes back to receive this kick about the 5-yard line, and look out, he's got some room. He's got the 45-50, it's a foot race. Kiss him goodbye. He's at the 25-20, 15-10. It is touchdown time in Texas. 95 yards.
Looks like Bonnie, we got a flag at the 30-yard line.
Check the flag. This one is probably coming back. My, oh my. Holding against the Bulldogs.
Holding is the call.
Well, you know, there were some JV parents and fans that were a little upset last night over the JV game about the officials, and if there's some carryover to tonight, they're not going to be really happy about that call tonight either.
No.
Wow. Well, the ball, instead of being a tying touchdown, assuming the PAT, but you can't assume that. The ball will now be placed inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Dogs will take over 1st and 10. Their own 19-yard line.
That's a tough one.
That was a tough one. That was a good run by Anthony, but man, that's one of them you hate to knock off the board.
That is a tough one. So here come the Howe Bulldogs for the first time on offense tonight. 1st and 10, moving right to left from their own 19-yard line. 10:47 on the first quarter clock. Everybody tight. This is going to be a handoff to Tyler Grisham, I believe, on the very first play of the game. It'll be good for maybe a yard or two. Not too much doing right there as Caleb Ake will check out. And
Scooter Covington and Logan Harden in on the stop.
Quentin Harris will check in to bring the play in for the Bulldogs. And man alive, that's a momentum killer. You almost would wish you never ran the thing back.
Right.
And here's Carroll in motion. They're going to hand off Hawthorne, right guard, not much doing there either. A gain of about a yard. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8 already here for Howe. And, you know, this offense is built on 3 and 4 yards a pop, moving those sticks. But the past couple of games, the 3 and 4 yards have been 1 and 2.
Right. Quinston Stump. There's another one to add to your list. Made the stop for the Cardinals.
Well, here come the Bulldogs. Man in motion is Hawthorne. He'll get the carry coming near side. Gets a great block, but he can't get the rest of them. As on the stop for Pottsboro is going to be Isaiah Urquizo. And that'll bring up a 4th down and long for Howe, and it'll be punt time for Charles Overby and company.
8 to go.
Overby on the year, 7 punts for 219 yards. That's good for a 31.29 average, which is about average for high school punters. He'll stand inside the 10, gets it away very quickly. A high spiraling kick. Should bounce at about the 43. One of the Pottsboro Cardinals dives and makes the catch, and that is going to be, I believe that was Lovelady. Lovelady dove and made the catch, probably in it, you know, ill-advised, but he made the catch. They'll start the ball, their drive at the 45-yard line in Howe territory.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was watching the little extracurricular going on here back here at about the 30.
So with 8:50 Left to go in the first. Pottsboro leading 7-0, and here's a quick pass out to the right side. That will be caught by Miles Mitchison, and that'll be good for about 6 yards.
Yeah, he was running out of bounds by Tyler Grisham.
For the Cardinals, brought down by Tyler Grisham.
They'll spot the ball at the 39-yard line in Howe territory. It'll be 2nd down and 6. No huddle offense for the Pottsboro Cardinals as they're going to play pretty quick here. 2 receivers to either side. Flynn in the backfield, along with the quarterback Pritchett. Man in motion is Lovelady. From right to left, they'll hand off Flynn. He's shot out of a cannon to the 35, 30, breaks a tackle. He's got the 25, gets a block, 20, 15, and knocked down at about the 12-yard line by Zach Merzinski.
Levi
Merzinski, sorry. Oh, where I got Zach.
It was an accident.
Well, that'll move the chains, and Pottsboro with a fresh set of downs just outside the 10 at about the 11-yard line.
Well, Pottsboro's they're not even hardly taking a break.
8:27 on the first quarter clock. Shotgun formation. Pritchett wants it, hands it. Flynn, left side, big hole, is good for about 5 yards.
Flynn once again carrying.
Dylan Moreau in on the stop, had him by the shoestring tackle.
Gain of about 3 on the play.
So here comes Pottsboro again. They are just really moving the football at will so far tonight. 2 receivers either side. Flynn in the backfield. Pritchett stands in shotgun formation. He wants to run it. Same play he scored on a moment ago. This time he's bottled up a little bit after a couple of yards, and that will bring up 3rd and about 5, maybe 4 for Howe, or for Pottsboro rather, with 7:42 on the clock.
Dylan Moreau, Andrew Griffin, Anthony Hawthorne in on the stop. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Number 51, Jacob Taylor, playing for Portman tonight. Again, Portman still out with that hip flexor. It's going to be a high snap. Flynn is going to bring it in, and this is the Wildcat is what that is, and they call it something different in Pottsboro, but they score on that, and it is right at about a 5-yard touchdown for Flynn, his first of the night, and Pottsboro looking to go up 14-0 here with 7:16 in the first quarter. Maul on for this PAT. Lovelady holds. The kick is up and it's good. And Pottsboro extends their lead 14-0 here in the first quarter with 7:15 on the clock. We'll be back here in just a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Can't see the difference? Why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHD.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and the rest of the gang. It is going to be Abdul Maul to kick the pooch kick. It's going to be taken by Joaquin Lopez at the 27-yard line. He'll make his way to the 34. Another flag down on a kickoff return. And we'll check this one, as those normally always go against the return team. And we'll see what happened. The ball is at the 34-yard line. That would be the second penalty on the return team already in this football game.
Jacob Taylor made the stop.
Holding against Howe. 7:08 left to go in the first quarter. Pottsboro on top 14-0. Not a good start for the Howe Bulldogs.
No, not the start you want.
Of course, Matt Poe looking to become the all-time winningest coach tonight in Pottsboro school history, tied with Ronnie Ray coming into the game. Howe trying to put a stop to that. Not a good start for the Bulldogs. Trailing 14-0 with 7:08 in the first. Here come the Bulldogs as they will start at the 22-yard line, and this is going to be Stratton Carroll fighting his way through. He's got some room up to the 30, about an 8-yard gain. The Howe coaches are wanting a face mask, but nothing called there.
Isaiah Urquizo made the stop. Hey, I got it.
You got it.
I did. I got that one. I've been practicing. I've been practicing while you haven't been watching.
There's Lopez, hands off Hawthorne, met in the backfield, a loss of 1, maybe 2.
Jacob Baker hit him hard right there in the backfield. Just
maybe
as he
3.
Took the loss.
Yeah, about a 2 or 3 yard loss back to the 30, back to the 29 is where they'll spot it.
Yeah, he hit him just as he got the ball.
Zach Blevins checking in for the Bulldogs. He'll play the right side tight end. 3rd down and short, trying to draw everybody off, and Blevins jumped off sides as well. We'll see what the officials say, whether they drew him off sides or not. They're going to talk about it, because Blevins did move. But the question is, was he drawn off sides by the defensive end? And we'll see. We're about to get a call here from the official. Encroachment by the defense. So nice job there by the Bulldogs, picking up a free 1st down by staying on sides, going for 2, drawing Pottsboro off. Nice job there by the Bulldogs. With 6:10 left to go in the first quarter, Howe trailing 14-0 to the Pottsboro Cardinals. 1st and 10. Howe from their own 35-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Man in motion, that's Carroll. They're going to give it to Hawthorne, running left side, met almost immediately. Gain of 2 up to the 37-yard line.
For Anthony Hawthorne.
Peyton Lyons in on the stop.
You know, at some point you got to think. Yeah, I know Pottsboro. They're in Division I. They're a bigger school. They've got bigger kids. But at some point you got to start moving the football with the slot and the running back in order to open that up for Hawthorne. This is going to be a handoff. Hawthorne still struggling, fighting, maybe a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and long for Howe from their own 37-yard line.
Winston Stump may in on the stop. And Jacob Urquizo
making the stop.
They have a stump to match our stump, I guess.
Right.
So they'll actually mark the ball at the 38. It'll be 3rd and 6 officially, as Tanner Hartsfield comes to the line of scrimmage, the center. And this will be a handoff to Tyler Grisham as he fights his way for about 3 or 4 yards. Not going to be enough for a 1st down. He will cross the 40 to about the 42-yard line. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs. And we'll see what they do here. I would imagine it would be punt time for the Bulldogs, and it will be, as Overby will punt this one away just shy of midfield by about 8 yards. Massive changes, so that determines punt return here. Pottsboro about to get the football back. Overby will stand inside the 30 at his 29-yard line. We'll punt this one away. A high booming kick. Not real far, but it's very high. The hang time will bounce at the 36-yard line. We'll stick right there. And Howe will kill it at about the 39-yard line. That's where Pottsboro will take over with 4:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Leading Howe 14-0, looking for more right here. And Pottsboro has moved at will tonight.
Yeah, they have. You know, and you talked about Matt Poe. Did you not call some of the games for his dad?
I did. Well, actually, no. He was gone by the time he left a couple of years before I got there. But I've talked to him a number of times on the air when they did the dedication, and what a great individual he is. Here's Flynn. He's got lots of room to the 50 and knocked down by Merzinski at the 46-yard line of Howe territory.
Looks like a flag in the background.
Flag down at the 41-yard line. At the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a holding call against Pottsboro, so this one will come back. Really the first thing Pottsboro's done wrong all night long.
Right. And you know, I not real sure where that flag come from because I think it's like a torpedo. Yeah. He threw it a minute ago from about 15 yards deep. I think the back judge just pointed through it. Man, does he have an arm? Maybe we need to sign him up to play baseball.
Well, here's Pritchett back in shotgun formation, and he's going to keep it around the left side. And he's going to gain a couple of yards up to the 32-yard line. Now, Pottsboro so far on the year are pretty balanced, throwing the football and running the football. They have rushed and passed for about 209 yards per game. So dead even, but the quarterbacks are doing most of the running.
Right.
Although Flynn looks really good tonight.
He looks like he's come on tonight.
Second down and about 18. Is this going to be a toss out left side? Wide open, but thrown just a little bit high for the intended receiver. And I believe that was Nate Wilson out there, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up third down and now 18.
Intended for Zane Martinez.
That actually, yeah, that was Zane Martinez. Split out wide left that time. And now it'll be Jacob Toll split out wide left for the Cardinals. Three receivers to the right. Pritchett all alone in the backfield. Third and about 18. He wants to throw it deep down the middle, and he's got a man, and it's intercepted by Easton Ross, who's brought down immediately, but Ross picks it off at the 42-yard line, and Howe takes over right there with 3:02 left to go in the first quarter.
You know, that's mistake number 2 for Pottsboro, but you know that's good. It worked in our favor. That's great. Easton, he stayed home and picked it off right there at the right. He was at the right spot at the right time.
So Howe, really, with the first thing that's happened to him that's good in this football game.
Joaquin's going to throw the ball.
Joaquin throwing down the field. Well covered was Tyler Grisham. But that will fall incomplete. Dale West, the offensive coordinator, they're just trying to catch him napping. And they didn't nap, as both defenders went right with Tyler Grisham. Second down and 10. Boy, you think, where would we be if that Hawthorne touchdown didn't get called back? Where would we be in this football game right now? It definitely is a game changer.
Looks like we've got a quarterback change. Brandon Wall in at quarterback.
Second down and 10. Wall hands off. Anthony Hawthorne hits about a wall of Cardinals about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up third and 8 again. And we've seen third and 8 situations for Howe too much the past couple of weeks.
Right. Jacob Baker and Jacob Urquizo in on the stop for the Cardinals.
Third down and 8. Big situation here. And Lopez back in the game. Hands off Stratton Carroll. Trying to fight his way through and can't do it. Shoestring tackle. Just stands him up just in time for about 3 more Cardinals to jump in there after about a 3-yard gain. Will bring up fourth and about 3 or 4. Fourth and 3, I'll say, for Howe. And now, once again, it'll be punt time. So just not much going on the ground here for Howe. As Pottsboro's about to get the ball back once again. I believe a timeout's been called by Howe. We'll take one too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
ECEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as Overby punts this one away. And the defender dropped it. He muffed it. Howe recovers at the 24-yard line in Pottsboro territory with 1:38 left to go in the first quarter.
Tristan Matthews have come up with the ball. Sorry, I didn't mean to mute you there.
Stump Matthews. So Howe will take over now.
That was a big mistake on Pottsboro.
That was a big one. That was a big one.
He's done that several times. He's just kind of waited till right there at the last second to grab the ball.
Lopez, handoff. Grisham through the middle for about 2, maybe 3. Still fighting. And the officials are going to have to blow the whistle there at some point.
Tyler Grisham.
And that's how players get hurt.
Christine Stump and Jacob Arquizo come up off the bottom of that pile. Yeah, you got to blow that whistle. I mean, you're going to get somebody hurt, let them pile in there like that.
Ball at the Pottsboro 20. They call it the 20-yard line. As Lopez, under center, sends Carroll in motion. Handoff Hawthorne, right side. Breaks a couple of tackles, breaks 2 more tackles to the 5. Down inside the 5 to about the 1, and just down.
First down for the Dogs.
At about the 3-yard line. A great run by Hawthorne there. And that will bring up a first and goal situation for Howe. And they'll mark it at the 4. Clock rolling here in the first quarter at 37.
Zach Lovelady made the stop for the Cardinals.
We will have one more play here in the first quarter before we exit and enter the second. Lopez, handoff, Hawthorne, left side, looking for a hole, brought down from behind, and that'll be a 1-yard loss to the 5-yard line, and that will bring us to the 13, 11, 10 mark. That will be the end of the first quarter. Pottsboro leads 14-0 over Howe. When we come back, it'll be the second quarter. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. Because it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as we enter the second quarter now. And Howe is knocking on the door of scoring at the 5-yard line. It'll be second down and goal from the 5 for Howe, as Hawthorne had a great run a moment ago. Lopez under center, sends Stratton Carroll in motion. Handoff Hawthorne, running right side. And he's going to be gang tackled, swarmed right there inside the 5 to, I think, about the 2.5-yard line. So a very important down here for Howe with third and short, third and goal from the 2.5.
Peyton Lyons and Queston Stump in on the stop.
11:30 in the second quarter. Lopez under center on third down. It's going to be a handoff on the reverse to Stratton Carroll. Dives over and he is in. It is touchdown time in Texas. Stratton Carroll dives over the top from 3 yards out and scores to put Howe on the board for the first time tonight. Trailing Pottsboro 14-6, awaiting this PAT by Bryce Honecker.
Number 30, Bryce Honecker.
Honecker on. There's a late flag, and you were talking about some extracurricular activity going on. You might talk about that, Michael.
Yeah, on these kickoffs and these punts, we've got a Bulldog and a Cardinal that just don't seem to be getting along down here on this back end. They occasionally look up and they're rolling around back here on the ground.
Well, that's not the call here, thankfully.
Yeah,
it is a legal substitution, as you could hear Roger Tidwell say on the PA. That will back Honecker's PA attempt up to what is basically a 25-yard field goal. They'll spot the tee at the 15-yard line on this PAT. Snaps back. Ross has it on the tee. The kick is up. The kick is right through the middle and good. 14-7. Howe cuts the Pottsboro lead. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
You're invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs. The Howe Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
And the type of kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, you know, it's something they can be proud of.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier as the Honecker bangs this kickoff away, and it's going to be taken by an up man by Lovelady for the Cardinals, and he'll make his way up to about the 46-yard line.
Andrew Griffin made the stop. Thought there's a flag laying over here on the 40.
Imagine that, a flag on a special teams play tonight. And that one will probably go against Howe since it's on the 40. We'll have to check it and see. Probably a legal motion or legal man downfield or whatever that is. Offsides.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the guy that they send in motion right before the kicker kicks, I think he might have crossed a little bit before the kick left the tee.
Pottsboro will take the yardage here and move it up just inside Howe territory. The ball will be spotted at the 49-yard line. So that's where Pottsboro will take over, as they are now already inside Howe territory at the 49. First down and 10. This will be Pritchett at quarterback with Flynn standing right beside him. Hand off Flynn right up the middle. He's got some room and breaks a couple of tackles and finally brought down after a 9-yard gain by Levi Merzinski.
Yeah, he's
just short of the first down.
Looks like Levi may be out there for, he's out there for Anthony. Anthony's Hawthorne's taking a break.
Stratton Carroll also playing a safety, as Pritchett wants to throw deep down the middle, looking for his man, and it's caught. Oh, Mitchison dropped it along the right hash. It hit right off his shoulder pads and bounced down. Easton Ross was in coverage, and that will be incomplete and bring up a 3rd and short situation for Pottsboro. Anthony Hawthorne checks back in the game for Stratton Carroll. 10:54 or 10:41 rather in the second quarter. Howe trailing 14-7. Here's Flynn up the middle looking for first down yardage. I think he's got it to about the 37-yard line. He only had to get to the 39, so that'll move the sticks and a new first down for Pottsboro.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob Taylor made the stop. Flynn he run off the field. Looked like he lost his helmet. He's gonna have to take a play off.
A new man in the backfield for Pottsboro, and that will be Patton Lyons, 6', 185 junior, will stand in the backfield along with Pritchett, who's in shotgun formation, and he will run the draw. And Patton will gain about 5 yards on first down to the 34-yard line.
Joel Menavar on the stop.
Checking into the game for Howe will be Austin Bearden. And checking off is Stump Matthews. 2nd down and 6 for Pottsboro. Shotgun, and now the quarterback and receivers will take a look over to Matt Poe and company. Actually, the offensive coordinator is Bart Williams for Pottsboro. And Pritchett wants to throw, and it's incomplete, nearly intercepted. Went off the hands of his receiver, Jacob Toll, off his left hand. Tried to stretch his left hand out there, and it just flicked off his left hand. And Ross was there
almost there again.
Almost to pick it off. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6, or maybe even 7. It's a long 6 for Pottsboro. Pritchett barks something at the offensive line. Now backs up 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He'll hand off. That's Flynn up the middle, who's back into the game, and I believe he's got another first down. It's going to be very close.
Actually, Monty, that's Peyton Lyons.
Is that Lyons still in the game?
Yeah, Flynn, he's still not back.
Well, Lyons was in a moment ago, but I thought that was Flynn. Lyons a little bit taller than Flynn. Thaddeus Flynn is 5'8". Lyon is 6 foot. Much bigger back. But Thaddeus Flynn is very, very quick.
Yes, he is.
But it'll be 1st down and 10 for Pottsboro at the Howe 25-yard line. Man in motion. Moving left to right, rather. They're going to throw the football to Miles Mitchison, and he is shot out of a cannon, and it is touchdown. It is a touchdown for Pottsboro. 25 yards for Miles Mitchison, and that is his 3rd touchdown of the year. He's only a sophomore, 5'10", 150, and again, his dad played right here for the Howe Bulldogs back in 90, 91, and 92. Was an outstanding nose guard, and you wonder why he isn't going to Howe.
Well, yeah. You know, in Pottsboro, they're just being quick on the ball. That was just a quick screen to the far side of the field, and he was just, like you said, shot out of a cannon.
Maul bangs this one through, and Pottsboro extends their lead 21-7 over Howe. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 district, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as Maul is ready to bang this one away. The ball's at the 40. He's going to kick it to the right side, and that will be taken, I believe, by Easton Ross, probably or possibly at the 34-yard line. We'll have to check and see because
I think it was.
It was Ross. Normally
Ross.
Dalton Felder is over there, but of course he's out of the game with a concussion.
Yeah, I think it was Joaquin. It looked like Joaquin was the one that got up and run back towards the huddle. So Easton's standing here on the sideline.
My apologies to Joaquin Lopez. 8:59 on the clock in the second quarter. Howe trailing 21-7. Starting from their own 33, rather. And this will be a handoff. Hawthorne again, nothing doing there.
Man in the backfield, Jacob Baker, 5'9", 165-pound junior. met him at the handoff.
Hawthorne has just had nowhere to go all night. I'll have to change the score here. It's 21-7. As this scroll is getting away from me. Now it's updated. There you go. 2nd and 10 for Howe. Coming back to the line now, moving left to right. And this is going to be Joaquin Lopez wanting to throw the ball down the field. Has his man. It's caught and dropped. Had it for a moment and then dropped it. And that was intended for Michael Kerr, who had it for a moment and then just had it fall out of his hands. It'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Chris Delacure broke it up.
3rd and 10 for Howe, as we've seen 3rd and long all night long. And again, just nothing doing from Hawthorne so far in this football game, which is very rare. This will be a handoff. Hawthorne looks like he wants to throw. Caught from behind the line and now tries to escape. Runs over one Cardinal and gets his way back up to the 34-yard line, which was about a yard past the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 9.
Peyton Lyons and Scooter Cunningham in on the stop.
And it'll be Overby time again for Howe.
4th and 9.
And that will be his 1, 2. I think a 4th punt probably. I think that's right.
4th punt tonight.
Stands at his own 22-yard line. And he will kick this one away. An end-over-end kick will be taken at the 34-yard line by Pritchett. Coming right side, now up the right hash. He's got lots of room, and he could be gone. It's a foot race with he and Hawthorne. He's at the 10, the 5, and that will be a touchdown for Pottsboro. They will extend their lead after a 67-yard punt return.
Zane Pritchett running back just started to the left and then cut back across field and just went right up the sideline.
So that extends the lead to 27-7 momentarily. And we'll check this PAT, which will probably make it 28-7. And it splits their uprights and good. And that is our new score with 7:24 here left to go in the second quarter. Pottsboro leading Howe 28-7. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman. 903-893-SIGN.
Hi, this is Chris with Cavender Home Theater, your local satellite television expert. Our customers are raving about the Hopper from Dish, the most advanced DVR. You can record up to 6 shows at once and instantly skip commercials in recorded primetime TV. But that's not all. With Dish, you can watch all your live and recorded TV anywhere. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 today.
Abdul Maul, they were faking the Quail onside there. Maul actually stepped over the line. The line judge did not say anything. As Maul will kick this one high, and Joaquin Lopez will take it from the 30-yard line, looking for that outside corner. He's got some room. He's got the 50, the 45. He's to the 45, the 30, and the 25-yard line before finally being brought down at about the 23-yard line. So a nice return there for Joaquin Lopez of about 10, 20, 30, 43 yards.
Yeah, Jacob Toll had to work on that one. They had to run him down. He caught him from behind.
So this will start the Howe drive at the 22-yard line with 7:16 left to go before the half. And Howe desperately needing something to happen here. And not much doing there as Tyler Grisham gets the carry on first down, gain of about 2.5, maybe 3, but I think more like 2 to bring up second down and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Jacob Baker and Quinston Stump in on the stop. You know, Monty, looking out there, looks like Stump may have maybe a cast on his left arm.
Well, this is going to be Lopez handing off to Carroll, right side again. He's got some room, pushes the man down to the 10, to the 5. It is touchdown time in Texas.
Good job, good job.
Stratton Carroll takes it from 20 yards out to cut the Pottsboro lead, 28-13, awaiting the PAT.
Yeah, Stratton, stiff arm Zach Lovelady to get in the end zone. He does a great job.
Maybe we can have a special teams play without a penalty.
Yeah.
As Ross comes back to hold for this PAT for Bryce Honecker. And the snap's down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 28-14. Howe cuts the lead. There's 6:36 left to go in the second quarter clock. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as Honecker ready to boot this one away. It's going to be a squib kick, going to be taken and fumbled. Howe may have it at the 39-yard line, and the officials say yes. The Bulldogs recover the squib kick at the Pottsboro 39.
J.P. McQueen come up with the ball.
J.P. Queen, the new call-up from JV, already makes an impact here. And Howe will take over at the Pottsboro 39-yard line.
On my list, if you have a name to go to that number, we'll come up
Tell
to the
him.
booth, let me know.
And here is Stratton Carroll in motion, handoff Hawthorne with a little bit of momentum and a gain of about 3 yards to the 37-yard line.
That was J.P. Queen, number 30.
That'll bring up second down and 7 or so. 6:20 on the clock, and Howe for the first time tonight has a little bit of momentum trying to keep it. And Quentin Harris checks into the game for Howe. Everybody tight as always. Lopez wants to hand, and coming left side is Tyler Grisham, and he'll gain about 3. And now we're seeing the Howe Bulldogs gaining 3 yards at a time instead of 1. And that's the way Howe can play this football game.
Yeah, they just, if they just slow down, run it down the field like we do, 3, 4, 5, 6 yards at a time, and, make Pottsboro play our game.
So lots of scoring so far here in this first half. Howe and Pottsboro leading 28-14 here in the second quarter. This will be a handoff Hawthorne left side, close to a first down. Looks like it may be a little bit short, but at some point you're going to have to go for it tonight. And on 4th and a yard, we'll see what Coach Hudson wants to do here. And if you want to win this football game, unfortunately you have to do things like this and go for it on 4th down in situations you really don't want to. And that's what they're going to elect to do here. 4th and 1. Need to get this first down here. 5 minutes to go right before the half. Lopez under center. Sends a man in motion. That's Carroll. barking, trying to draw Cardinals offsides. Can't do it. Timeout, Howe. We'll take 1-2. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit ScogginsFuneralHome.com.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. We want to say hi. Somebody sent me a text message saying that they're listening to our broadcast on a ferry from Martha's Vineyard to Cape Cod. I'm sorry, I don't have the number programmed into my phone, so I'm not sure who it is, but hello from Howe, Texas.
That's right.
And here's the quarterback sneak on 4th down, and it will be good enough for a first. I believe they're going to have to measure it.
Lopez on the quarterback keeper.
And we'll see where they spot this. Now, the line judge on the far side indicates that it's a first down, or where he's standing indicates a first down. The line judge on the near side was not standing on the same ground. So
an official timeout.
We'll see what happens as they pull the sticks here. This is a very, very delicate moment at Bulldog Stadium early on in this first half as Howe's trailing 28-14 to Pottsboro with 4:41 left to go in the second quarter. Coach Hudson saying something to Tyler Grisham out there, and our boom mic might be able to pick it up except for the cheerleaders. And it looks like Pottsboro has held as they pull the sticks, and they will turn over on downs, and Pottsboro will take over from their own, looks like the 29-yard line. Man, can't get a break.
No, that was a tough one right there.
Just cannot get a break tonight, are the Howe Bulldogs. 4:41 on the clock as Pottsboro takes over. This will be a handoff up the middle. And actually met immediately. As the ball, now there's a late hit and a personal foul going to go against Howe, I believe. I believe that's piling on at the end.
Jacob Taylor made the initial stop. It looked like we had a little bit of extracurricular activity.
Well, that's not a very smart penalty right there. It's not going to be against Howe. Personal foul against Pottsboro. Wow.
Yeah, I've been watching this go back and forth. There's a little bit of extracurricular going on. A little extra pushing and shoving, and I'm sure there's some jawing going on out there. You know how high school players are.
Yeah, I know very well. As J.P. McQueen comes off the sidelines in a hurry because the Howe already had 11 men on the field. He would have been 12. He gets off. It's second down in a truckload. Call it 20 for Pottsboro. Man in motion. And Pritchett wants to throw. He rolls around the right side, throws a deep ball down looking for Mitchison, who makes the catch. I believe he made the catch just past midfield on the fly. What a tremendous catch by Mitchison.
Easton Ross was in on the coverage.
They'll spot the ball and a new set of downs at the 46-yard line. What a tremendous catch by Miles Mitchison. 1st and 10, handoff. Flynn, met at the line of scrimmage and brought down immediately. Stump Matthews. It'll be second down and 11 after a 1-yard loss. And man, oh man, now you understand why Miles Mitchison came into the game with 13 catches, 247 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That kid can fly. Again, his dad was a great nose guard for the Howe Bulldogs back in the 90s. And here's Pritchett looking that way again. This time he throws underneath. And this will be caught and a gain of about 10 yards, close to another first down. And I believe that was Flynn. No, it was Lovelady. The slot receiver, Lovelady, makes the catch. It's going to be close to another first down. A yard short, be 3rd and 1.
Anthony in on the stop.
3:31 and rolling here in the second quarter. Pottsboro leading 28-14. This is Pritchett, wants to run left side, breaks a tackle, has the first down, and finally brought down by Merzinski inside the 30 at the 29-yard line.
Joel Minivar.
Quarterback keeper, first down. Levi Mrozinski making the stop. Number 3, Andrew Griffin in on the play.
It'll be a new set of downs for Pottsboro. 1st and 10, moving right to left. From the Howe 28-yard line. Pritchett in shotgun, 3 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Again, Matt Poe bringing this offense from Sherman years ago when he was the offensive coordinator there. Pritchett flushed out of the pocket, running left side, being chased, and finally tripped up. Shoestring tackle by Nick Wilson, the superintendent's son, makes the saving tackle, but there's a flag down at the 12-yard line. We'll check and see what that is. Holding against Pottsboro.
Against the Cardinals.
So it'll be a spot foul. We'll see where the holding took place. And if it took place at the 12, they'll back it up 10 yards from there. And they'll actually spot the ball at the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and about 8 here for Pottsboro.
Hey, we got a fan right here in front of us.
That's a cute little fan.
It is, isn't it?
2:36 on the second quarter clock. Pottsboro leading Howe 28-14. Man in motion. Pritchett in shotgun. He wants it. High snap goes over his head. It's still rolling backwards toward midfield. Pritchett just falls on it at the 47-yard line. They'll spot him at the 46. So it'll be now 2nd down and a very, very, very long way. 3rd down, actually. 2nd down and what are we going to call that?
2nd,
about 30.
Handful.
That's a long way.
Yes, it is.
Shotgun. This is Pritchett rolling left, wants to throw, has a man overshoots him just outside of his reach, and he was trying to hit his receiver over there, Cody Copeland, but it fell incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd, and I got to mark that off. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30. So about 27. 3rd and 27. Look at that. And then the scoreboard pops up with that.
That's a handful.
Are they just listening to us?
They are.
They're waiting for me to do it.
That's right.
3rd and 27, and you got to look out for Mitchison right here. As one receiver does not know what the play is. And that's Jacob Toll trying to figure out what the play is. Doesn't know. This is Pritchett. Hit as he throws, and it's down the field. And Miles Mitchison goes up for it. But Easton Ross knocks it away. It'll bring up 4th and 27. And it'll be punt time for Pottsboro.
Tristan Matthews might have been trying to plant the quarterback.
For the Dogs.
Yeah, he was hit as he threw, and he was hit hard.
He was.
Hawthorne back to return this punt. Will stand at his own 7-yard line, as it'll be Pritchett to punt this one away. It's a low, long kick. Will bounce right at the 10 and take a Pottsboro roll, and it will be down. Are you kidding me?
At the 1?
At the 1-yard line.
Woo.
Howe will take over there at their own 1-yard line. Cannot catch a break at all tonight, as everything seems to be going Pottsboro's way early on in this contest. 28-14, Pottsboro in the lead over Howe. As if things weren't struggling enough for Howe, they have to start from their own 1-yard line here. Again, 1:37 left to go before the half. Lopez under center. Everybody tight. Handoff Hawthorne. Right guard just barely gets out of the end zone back to the 1-yard line. So 2nd down and 9. No, 2nd down and goal.
For the Dogs.
Or 2nd down and 10 from the 1. And Pottsboro will take a timeout. We'll take one too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as the Howe Bulldog offense coming back out on the field on a second down, and somehow he lost the yard there and did not get in the end zone. Second and 10.5, maybe 11. Handoff left side. That's Tyler Grisham. Nothing doing there either.
Tackle made right at he met right at the line of scrimmage.
So third and 11, and I have a feeling and he went backwards. The ball's actually spotted. I was wrong. The ball's at the original line of scrimmage was at the 3 and not the 1. We'll keep it right here as Pottsboro calls another timeout. They're wanting to punch it in the end zone again before the half. They're wanting to try to get the ball back.
I mean, that ball, if it's out of the end zone, it's just barely from the looks of it up here.
Well, according to the yard mark over there on the far side, it's probably right at the 1 yard line. But Howe has gone backwards since the ball was spotted at the 3.
Yeah.
On 2 consecutive plays, have lost a yard inside the 3 yard line. Can't lose any more here. Something's got to give. And hey, I'll tell you this. The school record is 98 yards on a rushing touchdown by Randy Gear. Did it twice. And if Hawthorne could pull one here, he would have the school record at 99 yards.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
And that's a record that cannot be beat.
Right.
Here's Lopez under center. Carroll goes in motion, handoff Hawthorne, and he just barely gets out. Good for maybe a yard. He did not lose yardage.
About a yard on the play.
Pottsboro calls another timeout, their final timeout. We'll keep it right here as they're about to get the football back.
Pottsboro.
And Overby's going to punt from his own end zone.
Final timeout of the first half.
It's 4th down and 10. Howe has the ball at their own 2.5, maybe 3 yard line. Let's see what the scoreboard says. Scoreboard says 2. So something's got to give here, and you hope that Overby can just get the football away out of the end zone.
Yeah, get it out of the way in time.
Pottsboro's going to be bringing the house here.
Yes, they are.
They probably, if I were Pottsboro, I wouldn't even send them in back deep. Just try to overload and bring the house, but they will send Pritchett back deep to return this punt.
So he's not going too far back, doesn't look like. He's going to hang pretty close. So I would venture to bet they're probably going to go for it.
Zane Pritchard, number 3, back to receive the punt. Charlie Overby.
Hawthorne will protect Overby. 5 yards away, 5 yards deep in the end zone, and now a flag.
However,
is thrown in the end zone. It'll be against Howe. Legal substitution again. And another special teams penalty. That's got to be the 4th one tonight that we've seen thrown on Howe. Just something we've not seen all year.
No, it hasn't. That's kind of...
They'll move the ball 1 yard back, which is half the distance to the goal. Overby, high snap, brings it down, gets the punt off. And fair catch is made by Pritchett at the 35-yard line. So a 32-yard punt, which is about the average of Overby. And the Pottsboro Cardinals with no timeouts and 1:18 on the clock will try to punch it in from the 35-yard line.
4th quarter, sponsored by the Methodist Church here in town, 7 through 12.
Anybody wants to know about the 5th quarter, there it is.
The Howe Methodist Church.
And Howe punted there. So Pottsboro's getting the ball back at their own 35, at the Howe 35-yard line. This is going to be Pritchett throwing left side, and he's got a man, and it's caught. Again, no timeouts, and that'll be caught De La Cruz.
Catches for the Cardinals.
And that'll move the ball to the 21-yard line. Clock rolling, 1:10. Pritchett wants it, looks left side, and he's got the near side receiver, and knocked out of bounds is Jacob Toll at about the 11-yard line.
Austin Williams makes the stop.
Man, the Pottsboro Cardinals just able to do whatever they want throwing the football. And then every once in a while they'll rip one off the middle to Patton.
Yeah, it looks like
Patton Lyons
just checked in.
So 3 receivers right side, 1 to the left. And Pritchett wants to run right side. And he will be brought down, I thought, for a moment, and then he still keeps fighting. They'll actually spot him after a nice run close to the goal at about the 3-yard line. 46 seconds and rolling on the clock. Pottsboro back up. We're trying to punch this in. Same formation. This is going to be a handoff. Left side. Lyons barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Pottsboro.
The Cardinals?
Yeah, that's a pretty good sized running back coming at you.
Patton Lyons scores with 26 seconds left on the clock. Actually, the clock's still rolling. They've got to stop the clock there. Now they stopped it with 23, but he scored with about 30 seconds left. That extends the Pottsboro lead 34-14, awaiting this PAT. Abdul Mall's kick is up and good. And we will take a quick timeout as Pottsboro leads now 35-14. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and the rest of the gang. And this is going to be a squib kick taken by Howe. And Brandon Wall falls on it at the 37-yard line. And Howe with 23 seconds left will have a fresh set of downs. And I would think you just want to knee this and take it to the house here.
Yeah.
Before anything else happens in this football game. As Pottsboro just moving the football at will, you do not want to put it in their hands again. And this is going to be an I formation, offset I. And it'll be Stratton Carroll on the left side will gain about 5 yards. So not going to go away by taking a knee and going to the half. As on 2nd down and 5, there's 12 seconds, 11 seconds, and that will probably be the end of the first half. And that will be.
You keep playing that Sweetie Pies commercial, and we're gonna have to ask for samples.
Yeah.
Me and Steven are having that discussion back here behind you.
Well, I tell you what, I sampled some this afternoon, to be honest with you. They are really good. We are at the half, 35-14, Pottsboro leading Howe. We'll be back in just a few minutes to wrap the first half up and kind of go over and recap it. And we'll take a quick time out. Be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight Bulldogs, win, win, win. Because it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
invited to the one and only Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Buck Snort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Buck Snort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs. The Howe Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
And the type of kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, it's something they can be proud of.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 district, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and Stephen Braswell. I'll go ahead and recap this first half for you. Turn down the Pottsboro cheerleading music. As Pottsboro won the coin toss, they took possession first at their own 33-yard line, drove 67 yards down the field, and Zane Pritchett scored on a 5-yard touchdown run that ended the 67-yard drive, and Howe trailed 7-0 with 11:02 in the first quarter. Howe took their first possession when Anthony Hawthorne raced 95 yards for a punt return. However, a flag brought it back, and then Howe had to punt on their first possession. So a huge nail in the foot right there to start this football game. Pottsboro got it back at the Howe 45-yard line, drove the 45 yards, and Thaddeus Flynn scored from 5 yards out to up the Pottsboro lead 14-10 with 7:15 left to go in the first quarter. Howe got it back and then punted. And you're going to hear that quite a bit from this first half recap, as Pottsboro then took the ball at their own 39 and drove down for about a minute before Easton Ross picked it off, and Howe took over possession at the, I believe at their 39-yard line. I didn't mark that one. And Howe had to punt. However, it was muffed, and Stunt Matthews recovered it to give Howe the football again at the Pottsboro 24-yard line with 1:38 left to go in the first quarter. That's when Stratton Carroll scored from 2 yards out, his first touchdown of the half, and that cut the Pottsboro lead 14-7 with 11:22 left to go in the second quarter. Pottsboro took the ball at the Howe 49-yard line and drove down and scored on a 25-yard touchdown pass from Pritchett to Miles Mitchison. That upped the Pottsboro lead to 21-7 with 9:03 left to go in the second quarter. Howe got it back at the 33-yard line and had to punt. Pottsboro got it back at their own 33-yard line, and they drove another 67 yards, this time on a punt return by Pritchett, a 60-yard variety. That upped the Pottsboro lead 28-7 with 7:24 left to go in the second quarter. Howe got it back at the Pottsboro 22-yard line with 7:16 on the clock, drove down, and Stratton Carroll scored for the second time in this football game, this time on a 20-yarder, and that cut the Pottsboro lead 28-14 with 6:36 left to go before the half. Pottsboro got it, drove down, and fumbled, and the newcomer to varsity, J.P. Queen, recovered it to give Howe possession at the Pottsboro 39-yard line. Howe was driving and had momentum there for a while, faced a 4th down and inches situation. They pulled the chains, and Pottsboro came out on the winning side of that chain pull. So they took over at the 29-yard line. Pottsboro punted for the first time this evening, And then Howe got it and had to punt one more time out of their own end zone as they got the ball at the 1-yard line with 1:27 on the clock. Pottsboro calling all their 3 timeouts to try to get the ball back just before the half. They did at the Howe 35-yard line. Patton Lyons carried it over from 5 yards out with 23 seconds left on the clock. Howe got the ball back, ran one play, and here we are at halftime. And Pottsboro leads 35-14. And Pottsboro Band is on right now. We'll let you listen to some of that.
Introducing the 2014-2015 Howe High School varsity cheerleaders. Junior, Whitney Kirby, captain. Senior, Kendall Nelms, co-captain. Senior, Meg Wilson, lieutenant. Tiffany Lawyer, senior. Kaylin Powers, senior. Jamie Patterson, senior. Elizabeth Corbin, junior. Jessica Doty, junior. Catherine Honecker, junior. Jake Shaw, junior. Allison Streetman, junior. Kaylee Dwyer, sophomore. Peyton Groves, sophomore. Marina Hanson, sophomore. Kat Little, sophomore. And Chris Lazak as site. Manager Jalen Moss and Coach Cam Curtin.
We are at halftime, where Pottsboro leads Howe 35-14, and we're ready for the Howe band to come out here. So we'll let you listen to the Pride of Howe, the Howe marching band.
The 2014-2015 band council members are President Leslie Rodriguez, Senior Vice President Jackson Donovan, Junior Representative Lindsey Kruger, Sophomore Representative Kylie Krause, Freshman Representative Greg Schneider, Secretary Jessica Doty, Librarians Reagan Gonzalez, Loading Captain Bailey Tyler, Flag Captain Kendall Nelms, and in charge of choreography, Teddy the Wonder Lizard. Each week, the band council and directors recognize 2 students for their outstanding efforts. This week's Rookie of the Week is Natalie Honore. Bandsman of the Week is Reagan Gonzalez. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Madeline Ainsley. Tonight, the band will perform for you their UIL contest show, Rewind, including music from the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and Aerosmith. This is not a test. This is rock and roll. Drum Major, is your band ready?
Gentlemen, that is your pride of Howe, the Howe Bulldog marching band. We got some halftime statistics for you as Pottsboro leads Howe 35-14 here at the half. Quarterback for Pottsboro, Pritchett, he's 8 out of 14, 1 interception, 153 yards, and a touchdown. Rushing, he's 6 for 43. Anthony Hawthorne, who's yet to be held under 100 yards so far in 2014, has 16 carries for 35 yards. Thaddeus Flynn has 7 carries, 57 yards for Pottsboro and a touchdown. Miles Mitchison, who's the son of former Howe Bulldog Jason Mitchison, has 2 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown, and that young man is shot out of a cannon when he is off the line of scrimmage. Pottsboro has 89 rushing. Howe has 82. Passing, Pottsboro 153. Howe is 0 for 2 with no yards passing. Total yardage so far in the first half, Pottsboro 242 to Howe's 82. And turnovers, Pottsboro's had 3, Howe has not. So Howe really has been given some turnovers, but not really able to capitalize a whole lot on them. As really the offense has been stuttered out a little bit after 1 yard, 2 yard. You expect Hawthorne to rip off one for about 60 at any point, and just hasn't been able to do that yet.
No, Pottsboro's shutting down that line of scrimmage. They've been tough tonight.
I'm going to try to pull up some stats for Howe, and so far on the season, Hawthorne. Let me look here. Hawthorne against Bonham had 134 yards. Followed that up with 177 against Sacred Heart. Had 142 yards against Lindsay and 160 last week versus Ponder, and only 36 so far tonight in the first half. At some point you think he's going to get over that 100-yard mark, but he's going to need about a 60-yarder to burst through, as he does just about every week.
Yeah, he had that on that kickoff return, kickoff return, and unfortunately he got called back.
95 yards.
Got called back.
Booster Club.
95 yards. That's just a heartbreaker. Like we said, the momentum that you lose from a 95-yard kickoff return that's called back, it's almost worse than even having scored it in the first place. You don't want to have that big momentum and then it called back. It's just worse.
Third grade.
Right, yeah, it makes it tough.
So anyway, a tough first half for Howe. 35-14, Pottsboro in the lead. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays. Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman, 903-893-SIGN. Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier and Stephen Braswell as the Bulldogs have come back out on the field trying to make a better second half than what was played the first half, as Pottsboro put up a 35 spot in the first half. Howe managed 14 points. So you'd like to see Howe start real well here on their first possession. They will get the ball first, as Pottsboro started with the ball in this football game. They immediately drove 67 yards and put points on the board with a 5-yard touchdown by Pritchett. Hawthorne answered right back with a 95-yard touchdown punt return, but kickoff return, but it was called back. So both teams come back out on the field now as Abdul Maul is ready to kick this one away. Anthony Hawthorne stands at the Howe. Well, initially was going to stand at the 5-yard line, but he will switch and is now going to stand as an up man at the 20-yard line, trying to lure Maul into kicking it, and they're going to squib kick it, and I believe Howe retained possession. It went right off an up man, but he jumped right back on it. And for the Bulldogs, jumping on the football was Tyler Davies, the senior, 6'1", 185. They kicked it right at him. It bounced immediately off his chest, but he was able to jump back on it. And Howe will take over and start this second half at their own 49-yard line. Just underway, and this will be a fumble. Lopez has to go back and get it. He fumbles again, and Pottsboro is going to take over possession at the Howe 39-yard line.
Dela Cruz come up with the fumble.
The first play of the second half is a fumble
at the 39-yard line.
And
it's not a good way to start.
Not a good way to start at all, as the ball will be spotted at the 39-yard line in Howe territory. There's 11:53 on the clock, so Howe had it all of 7 seconds. So here's Pritchett at quarterback, shotgun formation, rolls left, wants to throw, and it is caught by Toll after about a 15-yard gain.
Pass is complete.
And the ball will be spotted at about the 26-yard line.
Quentin Harris
moving the sticks, and Pottsboro's on the ball in a hurry. No huddle offense for Pottsboro. Again, Matt Poe looking for win number 74 in school history, which makes him the all-time winningest coach in Pottsboro. Here's a handoff to Thaddeus Lynn, and he will gain 6 yards on first down, maybe 7. It'll bring up second down and 3 for Pottsboro. Here they are again.
Andrew Griffin, Dylan Moreau in on the stop.
Hurry up offense. Thaddeus Lynn again, handoff up the middle. He's got some room, breaks out of a tackle and down at the 10-yard line.
First down.
Well, he has got some quick feet.
Very, very quick. As the Bulldogs are trying to catch their breath already here in the second half. Shotgun, handoff. And no, this is going to be Pritchett. Keeps it around the left side. He fooled everyone, including me and the Bulldog defense. Touchdown, Pottsboro. That'll extend the lead to 41-14, awaiting this PAT with 10:59 left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And I believe that was a 10-yard touchdown by Pritchett. And Maul's PAT is good, which brings our new lead for Pottsboro, 42-14 with 10:59 left to go in the third quarter. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Welcome back. As they try it again, same thing as a moment ago. A squib kick to the front, and it's Tyler Davies again who bounces off of him and he falls on it. And you got to think at some point, hey, it's 42-14. You're going to onside kick it all the rest of the game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, kick it deep.
But, you know, if Howe was in that position, it'd probably be the same way.
Exactly.
So Howe takes over at their own 47-yard line. Handoff, nothing doing. As usual tonight, just nothing been able to happen offensively for Howe for most of the night. There's been a couple of carries by Stratton Carroll, but nothing by Hawthorne. They've really scouted him well, and Hawthorne's just been bottled up all night. Again, we had the halftime statistics. They had Hawthorne at the half, 16 carries for 35 yards. So just not much doing. And here's Lopez, wants to throw right side, and he is, Hawthorne was hit before the ball got to him. There is no flag. Hawthorne trying to catch the football and was destroyed by a defender, but no flag.
Well, I'm not real sure why, but they should have. That was pretty close, but I would have to agree. I think there should have been a flag.
Wow. I don't understand how that's not a flag, but well, all right. 3rd and 10 here for Howe. Lopez wants to throw again. Same play. Throws out. Hawthorne makes the catch. This time he does catch it. But he fumbles the football. It's picked up by Pottsboro, and they will return it for about 8 yards. Hawthorne is down. He is not getting up.
Pass was complete to Hawthorne.
Hawthorne is down at the 37-yard line. It's slow to get up. Now finally rolls over. And now trots off the field.
Anthony Hawthorne coming off the field.
Isaiah Urquizo.
Yeah, I think that. I actually thought on the return it was Miles Mitchison who tripled it. No, it was not. Our spotter, Stephen Braswell, says it was Isaiah Urquizo, as Mosier said. I just need to shut up. You guys know what you're doing.
No.
So 10:05 on the clock. Here goes Thaddeus Flynn. He's good for about 8 yards, right up the middle.
Man, those quick feet, man.
Carry for the Cardinals.
Pottsboro's already on the line.
Yeah, they move in a hurry. 9-yard gain, 8-yard gain rather. Here's Flynn again, left side. He's got some more room up to the 30, 25, to the 20, to the 15, and knocked out of bounds at about the 10-yard line.
Once again carrying for
Levi Mazinski and Stratton Carroll in on the stop.
You know what Pottsboro likes to do is run that spread, just like Poe did at Sherman. They run that spread. They spread everybody out and then run right through the tackles.
Right.
And there's humongous holes. It's very, very similar to a Howe team in 1989 that did the exact same thing with Clint Bray running the Thaddeus Flynn play, just to counter trap the other way, and boom, easy to score. And Pottsboro just having their way tonight.
They are. They're just running all over. Howe just can't catch a break.
It's been tough going. 42-14, Pottsboro over Howe, and Pottsboro is looking for more and not slowing down a bit. And Matt Poe can become the all-time winningest coach here at Pottsboro tonight with a win. He will pass Ronnie Ray. If he wins tonight, it'll make win number 74 in Pottsboro history. Ronnie Ray was 73. Of course, Ronnie Ray was in Pottsboro for about 10 years, from 78 to 87, 10 seasons. And this will be a shotgun formation. Pritchett sends a man in motion, moving left to right, and he'll hand off this time to Patton Lyons, and he will make his way into the end zone.
Touchdown, Pottsboro, number 32.
A 9-yard touchdown for Patton Lyons. And they have really upped the score now. 48-14 awaiting the PAT. Man alive. Abdul Maul on for this PAT.
Zach Lovelady, the holder.
And it'll be a low line drive kick, but it'll go through. 49-14, Pottsboro in the lead. 9:31 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldog football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
Joaquin Lopez will return the kick from his own 25, moving up to about the 39-yard line.
40-yard line.
A nice return of about 14 yards there, and Howe will set up shop with 9:27 left to go in the third quarter, trailing 49-14 to Pottsboro. So the ball will be at the 39. And Howe with a 1st and 10 situation right here, just outside of the 40-yard line. Handoff Stratton Carroll, right side, met immediately. Good for about 1 yard.
Number 22.
And that'll bring up second down and 9. And, at some point, the worst thing about this whole thing is that now the other teams in the district have a way to scout and look at the film and see what Pottsboro did. And it's one thing to run what Pottsboro runs. It's another thing to try to have those kids too.
Right.
I mean, you can try to run the same thing. If you don't have the same kids, you're not going to be as successful. 2-yard game. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Here is Tyler Grisham around the left side. He's got some room. Breaks free. Got the 40. 35. Runs over a defender on his way to the 32-yard line. Nice run there on the left side by Tyler Grisham. And that's good to see, because when Grisham and Carroll have success, it means everyone has success. I think the Bulldogs have been running Hawthorne a lot, and the other two have kind of been lost in the mix.
Right.
8:34, and flags go before this one can get underway.
Dead ball foul. Illegal procedure is the call against the Dogs.
And you hear Roger Tidwell on the PA saying legal procedure against Howe. That'll back it up. It'll be 1st and 15 now after the big run by Tyler Grisham. So every time something good happens, something bad happens.
Right. It looked like it might have been the right side of the line, or left side of the line, just jumped.
Ball spotted now at the 36-yard line. And I see my wife has bought my son some balloons down there. Howe Bulldog Thundersticks, I guess it is. Here's Carroll, and he'll rummage his way back to the original line of scrimmage after a gain of about 3 at about the 31-yard line. So that'll bring up, I believe, third and about 11.
Logan Harden again in on the stop. You know, it's Pottsboro and Howe have always kind of went at each other. Looks like we've still got some of that extracurricular going on out here. And I'm sure there's a lot of trash talking going on both sides. You know how offensive and defensive line went.
Fumble on the play on 2nd down and 11. It was a bad exchange between Hartsfield and Lopez. I believe Howe was able to get back on it. But now, nope, Pottsboro recovered. A fumbled snap. You know, and we teach our, you know, we had a big lesson about that with our 3rd and 4th grade team. You cannot fumble a snap, and especially not on varsity.
Yes.
Number 35 recovering for Pottsboro.
So now Pottsboro will take over at their own 32-yard line with 7:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter, leading Howe 49-14. 1st and 10, handoff Thaddeus Flynn, met at the line of scrimmage and brought down almost immediately, and Minivar brought him down after a 2-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 8. After call it 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. Pritchett wants to throw, right side, has his man Lovelady, makes the catch at the 10 and scoots out of bounds at the 11. Easton Ross and J.P. Queen in coverage.
J.P. Queen, along with Michael Cater, making the stop.
A very, very quiet Howe crowd, although they have stayed here tonight. But they're kind of sitting on their hands here at Bulldog Stadium, down 49-14 to Pottsboro. Pritchett wants it, hands off, Thaddeus Flynn, big hole up the middle. Minivar has him, but Flynn drags him for another 3 or 4 yards after Minivar had him. And that'll bring the ball to midfield. And needing 2 yards for a first is Pottsboro here on 2nd down and 2. Pritchett, handoff, Flynn up the middle, met, and J.P. Queen brings him down along with one of his linebacker friends there, and that's going to be Helpenstill, the defensive end. Third down and short. Pritchett in shotgun, Flynn in the backfield with him. And this time Pritchett's going to run around the left side. Makes 1-man miss, makes 2-man miss. And Minivar and Helpenstill bring him down, but not after a first down at the Howe 42-yard line. And that'll move the sticks and give Pottsboro a fresh set of downs. We're at the 6:14 mark here in the 3rd quarter, and Pottsboro leading Howe 49-14. And I've got to update this score here because there's been so much scoring, I just forget.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a pass out left side that's caught for another first down.
Look like number 6, but I don't see one on the.
Cody Copeland.
Yeah, that is Copeland on the reception.
The Cardinals, first down. Levi Mroziski making the stop.
Yeah,
Cody Copeland.
5'9",
145, and a junior. So 1st and 10 here for Pottsboro. Moving left to right. Flynn will switch sides, and he'll stand on the left side, and he'll get the carry here, running over right guard, and he's brought down by Minivar.
Thaddeus Flynn.
And now that
for the Dogs, and Joel Minivar
there's been running on just about every play for Pottsboro, Minivar has been very active. And now Coach Hudson has Hartsfield and Joaquin Lopez working on their snap down there. That's just discouraging when you can't get the snap. It's just very, very discouraging. Here's a handoff. Up the middle goes Flynn, and he'll gain about 2 or 3. And there's some extracurricular activity going on again. It was the offensive lineman for Pottsboro, Austin Jennings, who had Minivar on the ground and would not get off of him.
Yeah.
But the officials didn't see anything or didn't think it was worthy of a flag, so they'll bring up 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4 for Pottsboro. Shotgun for Pritchett. High snap goes over his head. He's having to chase it down, picks it up, scrambles around the left side, and it's now brought down at the 35-yard line. A big loss of about 10 yards there for Pottsboro.
Andrew Griffin
on the stop.
Griffin and also Jacob Taylor there to track down Pritchett after the big loss. The ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line of Howe.
Marked at 4th and 20.
Yeah, 4th and 20 for Pottsboro.
It looks like Pottsboro's going to go for it.
3 receivers near side, and they will go for it. Look out for Miles Mitchison. Split out wide right. Pritchett in the gun, as always. Drops back, looks right side, flushed out of the pocket, still there. Now scrambling for his life, throws right side and out of bounds. Actually, it's caught by Lovelady, and they will say he was out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover on downs for Pottsboro, and Howe will take over at about the 35-yard line.
You know, I'm on kind of a funny story. Zach Lovelady, as far as I know, my mother-in-law, her last name is Lovelady, which is not a very common name. They're from McKinney. First time that Howe played them a couple of years ago, and they called out his name. I thought she was going to fall out of the stands going, I don't know that I have relatives in Pottsboro. It's not a very common name.
Somewhere down the road, I guarantee you're related.
Probably. And that's okay.
1st and 10 for Howe. Right to left. It'll be a handoff. Tyler Grisham running around the right side. Nothing doing there. Maybe a loss. I think he did get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. .352 and rolling here in the 3rd quarter. Howe looking to just have something positive happen on offense and really on defense as well. But offensively, I'd like to see him try to move the ball here. Hawthorne in the backfield. Man in motion is Carroll. And Hawthorne will get the carry running over left guard, and he's brought down by 2 Cardinals.
Jacob Urquizo
just had nowhere to run. A Pottsboro Cardinal is down, and I believe that is Urquizo, who is down. The 5'10", 190 junior Jacob Urquizo is on the ground, and the trainers are running out to tend to him. And we'll check it. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Calling all Bulldog fans to come down to the Sonic in Howe for half-price shakes after 8 and open until midnight. Home games only, where you get great food and big smiles. And a little message for all our Howe football players: go Bulldogs, fight, Bulldogs win, win, win. 'Cause it's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Well, you can hear the crowd give a hand to the outside linebacker Jacob Urquizo as he took I think he had a cramp there. They were working on his calf, and he walks off pretty good though. Both trainers, John Poe from Pottsboro, who's also the brother of Matt Poe and the son of a legendary head coach Ron Poe, and Howe's longtime trainer Ricky Ake out there as well to tend to Urquizo. And speaking of Ake, Caleb Ake checks in the play right here. Hartsfield comes to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Howe, moving right to left. And Lopez wants to throw. Looks back on the screen pass other way around and nowhere near his receiver, Tyler Grisham. As the Bulldogs lucky that wasn't picked off by Lovelady over there, who was kind of just sitting in the pocket.
Yeah, he was hanging out over there, just, knew the play was coming his way, and yeah, they got lucky on that one.
So they'll bring up 4th down. That was not Lovelady. I take that back. That was Zane Martinez. I think I've made that mistake once already tonight. Pottsboro numbers are real thin on their jerseys. Kind of hard to read. We had Rodney Huff up here earlier talking about that. He's spotting for the PA guys. He was talking about how hard it was to read. And here's Overby's punt, almost blocked. But a great punt it is. Sends Pritchett all the way back to the 10-yard line, and it'll actually rest right at the 10. A great punt there by Charles Overby, and that'll back Pottsboro up. Leading Howe 49-14 with 2:49 left to go in the third. Well, here comes Pottsboro back out on the field on offense. And it will be the same guys back out there. Pritchett at quarterback. Flynn in the backfield along, standing to his right, and he'll be met almost immediately after getting the handoff. Good for about 2 yards. One of the very few times that Howe has handled Flynn on first down.
Yeah, Heppenstall in on the stop.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Pottsboro here. Swing pass out right side, caught by Lovelady. That's going to be good for first down, I believe, right at the sticks. As the chains they're leaning as they know it's a first down, but they haven't heard from the officials, and now they do actually move the sticks over there on that far side. It'll be 1st and 10 for Pottsboro. Is really just doing whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, Levi Marinsky and J.P. Queen in on a stop for the Bulldogs.
Stratton Carroll at safety all night, as really his first time of action on defense so far this season. Here's going to be a handoff. Flynn, he's got some room to the left side, now cuts it back to the middle, a gain of about 13 yards on first down. And again, Pottsboro will move the sticks. Flynn has so far on the season not had the type of season that he has his sophomore and junior year. Came into tonight with only 149 yards of rushing and 1 touchdown on the season. And he's actually turned it on in this game, had more success so far than he had last year, or that he had in the early part of 2014. 3 receivers near side, 1 at the top. Pritchett handoff, right side. Flynn again getting a workload here with a big lead and a gain of about 1.
Tristan Matthews in on the stop. You know, it's 49-14. At what point do you let somebody else play?
Well,
you're not in district play yet. You're preseason. You know he can do the job. You know they can do the job. Let some of these other guys, step up and see what they can do.
Oh, I believe the Howe Bulldogs moved across. And we'll see what the officials say here. He might have been drawn offside, but I believe Matt Griffin was lured off sides there. Checking into the game now for the Bulldogs is Tyler Davies.
Is the call against the Bulldogs.
And it is against the Bulldogs. And it is against Matt Griffin. And he'll come off now. And Davies goes in. So 2nd down and 5 after the penalty. Pritchett wants to throw right side. Lovelady makes the catch at the 49 and brought down after another first down at the 43-yard line.
Charles Overby in on the stop.
Charlie Overby making the tackle.
So Pottsboro now moves into Howe territory at the 43. There's under a minute left in the third quarter. Pottsboro leading 49-14. First and 10, moving left to right. Pottsboro. High snap, brings it down. Flynn running left guard. It's got some room up the middle, and he could go. It's a foot race, and he makes one man miss on his way to the touchdown.
Touchdown, Pottsboro. Thaddeus Lynn.
44 yards for Thaddeus Lynn.
Tyler Davies running down. Just couldn't get there before he crossed the goal line.
And that'll extend Pottsboro's lead to 55-14, awaiting this PAT. Abdul Maul on to boot the PAT through, and they're waiting for one player to come in. Pottsboro is. And now he makes his way on the field. Lovelady gets it on the tee. The kick is up. And the kick is true. And Pottsboro extends their lead 56-14 with 32 seconds left to go in the third. We'll be back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
You're invited to the one and only Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne, Texas. Your friends and neighbors say it's the best barbecue in North Texas. Now it's your turn to decide. Come taste the difference at Bucksnort Barbecue. For complete store information, including menu, location, and hours, click on bucksnortbarbecue.com. That's bucksnortbbq.com. Bucksnort Barbecue in downtown Van Alstyne is a proud supporter of the Howe Bulldogs. The Howe Athletic Booster Club invites you to become a supporter of the Howe Bulldogs.
And the type of kids we have, they're just hard workers and do anything you ask.
Memberships are $25 and will be available at all home games. All proceeds benefit high school and middle school athletic programs. Please join the Howe Athletic Booster Club in our efforts to support our hometown kids.
When people come here, you know, it's something they can be proud of.
This will be Abdul Maul kicking the pooch kick, going to be taken by Michael Kerr and called for the fair catch at the 30-yard line. We are in uncharted territory now for the Howe and Pottsboro series as Pottsboro leads 56-14. This is the most points anybody has scored in this series. The previous high was 49 when Pottsboro scored 49 back in 2006, beat Howe 49-24. The margin of 42 is also a high mark. Here's Hawthorne running around the left side. He's got the 30, he's got the 35-40 out of bounds at about the 37 or about the 42-yard line.
Run out of bounds by, well, I'm not real sure.
26 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter.
Jacob Urquizo run him out of bounds.
It's enough for a first down for Howe. And it's really the first time we've seen much of anything out of Hawthorne tonight, other than the kick return that got called back. Again, 42-point lead for Pottsboro. The previous high was 41. That's when Howe beat Pottsboro 41-0 back in 1989. So we're talking about a high point total. New high of 56, and a margin of victory, if it stands right now, would be a new high. Lopez under center. No, that's Brandon Wall, actually. And here goes Stratton Carroll, who bangs his way for about 13 or 14 yards. And that'll set up the Bulldogs at the Pottsboro 43-yard line. First and 10 Howe, moving right to left. As several new faces into the game on offense. Seeing some new ones run the play in. And Michael Kerr and Zach Blevins instead of your normal Caleb Ake and Quentin Harris. Timeout on the field. We'll take one too. Back in a moment with more Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
The Howe Enterprise has served Howe as the hometown news since 1963. Since then, the Bulldogs have won 8 district, 7 by-district, 3 area championships, and 1 regional title. We've seen 14 different head coaches during that time. The Howe Enterprise has been with the Bulldogs for 51 years. We were there when the Pride of Howe won 3 band state championships. HoweEnterprise.com publishes weekly on Mondays.
Carrie's Coffee Company in historic downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, is the new upscale coffee shop serving Van Alstyne, Howe, and surrounding areas. Carrie's Coffee Company offers a wide variety of organic coffee and non-coffee beverages and baked goods. Come visit Carrie's Coffee Company in downtown Van Alstyne, next to the post office, and mention this ad and get 50% off your first beverage. Open Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 7 a.m. on Saturdays.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium. Monty Walker along with Michael Mosier on a 1st down and 10 play for Howe. Now into the 4th quarter, moving left to right. Not much doing there as Brandon Wall kept it for a yard and a half.
Question Stump made the initial contact for the Cardinals.
So Brandon Wall into the game for the Bulldogs, who are now trailing 56-14 here in the 4th quarter. And now Caleb Ake will bring the play in. Hartsfield makes his way to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 8. As Wall goes under center, handoff, right side, flag down, and so is Hawthorne at the 39-yard line. A gain of about 3. Well, let's check the flag.
Logan Harton in on the stop.
And this will be against Howe. No, I'm sorry. It will be against Pottsboro. Offside, so they'll move the ball close to 1st down yardage here. It'll be 2nd and about 3 with 11:13 left to go in the game. And it looks like Matt Poe is going to be the all-time winningest coach in Pottsboro after this victory. Collecting his 74th win in school history, passing Ronnie Ray. 2nd and 3, Wall under center. Carroll goes in motion, a bad snap again. I believe Hawthorne got on it.
Fumble on the play.
And Hawthorne did recover the ball. Again, Howe having trouble with the exchange of the snap. New quarterback this time instead of Lopez. It's Brandon Wall who can't get the snap from Tanner Hartsfield. That'll be a loss of a one or so. Will bring up 3rd and 5 for Howe.
Yeah, just not our night. I mean, just you do one thing good and 3 things bad happen.
See a young man here I'm familiar with.
Yeah, hey, I know that guy. That guy might be related to you.
Mini-me. 3rd and 5. This will be a handoff. Stratton Carroll coming across from the other side. Going to be close to a 1st down.
It looks like he fumbled the ball.
It was good for about 4 yards. And that is very close to a 1st down. Maybe a yard short, be 4th and 1. At this point, there's no reason to punt. You just go for it here.
Yeah, he fumbled the ball. Kiefer Rogers recovered it.
Howe took over possession here at the 30-yard line. Have moved 25 yards so far. Trying to stay alive on 4th down. Handoff. Tyler Grisham. And he breaks free. After about 3 broken tackles, it takes 11 or 10 Pottsboro Cardinals to bring him down after about an 11-yard gain to the 25-yard line.
It looks like Pottsboro replaced a lot of their kids, and unfortunately I don't have numbers.
Well, I do see most of the front line still in there.
I can't, maybe I had a Mr. Magoo moment.
I have lots of those. 1st and 10. And now flags are false start against Howe again.
Well, it's just you take 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
The entire night has been that way. So back Howe up here. So now it'll be 1st and 15. Coach Hudson's not going to be fun to talk to after this game, and not going to be fun to talk to when I do the coaches show next week. Of course, although there is a bye next week, so
right.
Hey, I get to avoid Coach Hudson in this conversation.
Right. That's right. That's right. Poor Portman. I think he's walked him a little creek down there, walking back and forth. He's just pacing. I know it's just killing him.
Handoff right side, nothing doing. 2nd down and 15 coming up. 8:51 and rolling on the clock before Matt Poe becomes the all-time leading or winningest coach in Pottsboro school history.
Zane Martinez made the stop.
Howe kind of taking their time here as well. No hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 15. Brandon Wall rolls out, wants to throw, looking down the field, can't find anybody, and is sacked at the 36-yard line. Tracked down from behind by Logan Harden as Wall, just trying to get out of the pocket, rolled towards the right side, and couldn't find anybody, and Harden just snuck up behind him and drug him down. Loss on the play brings up 3rd and 15 with 8:05 left to go in the game. Michael Kerr will bring in the play as the Bulldogs are down to 12 seconds on the play clock. 5, 4, here they go. This will be a handoff straight up the middle to Hawthorne, and he'll make his way for about 7 yards to the 30-yard line.
Brings up 4th down.
So again, Howe faces a 4th down situation. And this time not a 4th and short. This is a 4th and 13 or 14 with 7:25 left to go in the game. At this point, you might just let the clock run down, take a penalty, and then punt it. And try to hit that coffin corner. But
look like
they're going to run a play.
Well, look like Zach Blevins running the play in on that one.
Brandon Wall brings his team to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to hand off on the reverse to Stratton Carroll, who's brought down after a gain of about 1. That'll turn the ball over on downs to Pottsboro with 6:55 left to go in the game.
The Cardinals.
So Pottsboro will have the ball at their own 27-yard line. Just one of those nights for the Howe Bulldogs. It's been a while since Howe gave up 56 points in a football game. We'll check and see when the last time that was. As Pritchett comes out in shotgun formation, he will hand off left side. Flynn again brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Andrew Griffin made the stop. Number 25 in for Pottsboro. Looks like Flynn's taking a break. I'm sorry, I don't know who number 25 is.
Howe gave up 55 last year to Farmersville. And here's a handoff to, that's not Flynn, that's a new ball carrier into the game, and he's just as quick and shifty as Flynn. And on the carry for Pottsboro is Trevor Travis, the junior.
Travis.
So we're going to try to check, see when the last time Howe's given up more than, or 56 or more. There's 55 at Boyd in 2011. There's 55 at Honey Grove in 2011. I think we're going to have to go back a ways. And this is going to be Travis again on the right side. Again, another first down. He's pretty shifty.
Michael Kerr made the stop.
Michael Kerr in on the stop.
I think Roger's repeating you.
I think he's listening.
Howe gave up 57 to Whitewright in 2004. Lost 57-0. And that was at Whitewright. So it's been since 2004. It's been 10 years since Howe's given up this many points in a football game. 1st and 10, moving right to left. 5:16 left to go in the game. Pritchett, high snap, brings it down. Handoff Travis again up the middle, lots of room, and he's brought down by Anthony Hawthorne. Actually, that's Michael Kerr again at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain will bring up 2nd down and 1. Lots of new faces into the game on defense for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Looks like Charles Overby's out there.
Tyler Davies is out there. I think those guys were out there the last series, though.
They may have been.
2nd down and 2 for Pottsboro, right to left. 4:37 on the clock and rolling here. Pritchett in shotgun formation. Handoff Trevor Travis. Met in the backfield and brought down
Charles Overby.
Nice play there. Bring up 3rd and 3.
Charlie Overby.
Stump Matthews and Andrew Griffin in as well.
Now Pottsboro for the first time this night kind of taking their time in between plays here. Normally they would have already snapped the ball by now.
Yeah.
15 seconds on the play clock. They're just kind of winding it down. Slowly, the final nail in the coffin. Here's a handoff. Trevor Travis escapes one defender. He's got some running room, escapes another one, and finally brought down at the 40 after another first down. Brought down by Stump Matthews, I believe, and Levi Brzezinski. And that will move the sticks and the ball to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, this time's ticking slowly off the clock, and Pottsboro's just running it as far down as they can run it.
New running back into the game for Pottsboro will be Zane Pritchett. I think that's right.
Number 31?
31 is not Zane Pritchett. That is Sammy Hollingsworth. And on 1st and 10, Hollingsworth will get the carry, running right side like a bull in a china closet, and finally escapes. And Tyler Grisham brings him down at the 35-yard line. They'll actually say forward progress took him to the 34, gain of about 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, they must have a quick feet drill in Pottsboro, because boy, all 3 of those running backs have got quick feet.
They do some chopping with their feet, don't they?
They do.
2nd and 5, and it's, this one's all over but the crying for the Howe Bulldogs. 2 receivers either side. Pritchett in the backfield, handoff. Hollingsworth again escapes one defender, moves back left side. Charlie Overby will bring him down shy of the 1st down at the 32-yard line, and that'll bring up a short situation for Pottsboro on a 3rd down. But more importantly, the clock is rolling towards the 1 minute mark. We're actually at 2:13 and rolling, as the crowd has dispersed. We have about half the fans in the stadium that we had a moment ago on the Howe side. And even the Pottsboro fans have thinned out quite a bit on the far side.
They have.
Hollingsworth in the backfield, 2 receivers either side. Mitchison split out wide right. And this is going to be a handoff. Hollingsworth brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Tyler Davies and also Andrew Griffin.
Carry the ball.
So 4th down and 6.
Brings up 4th down.
And we'll see what Matt Poe elects to do here. About to win his 74th game in school history and become the all-time winningest coach at Pottsboro.
And minute 24 left on the clock. While we're waiting on Pottsboro here, the Band Boosters is having their annual craft show November the 8th, which is on Saturday. Admission's $1. It's going to be at the Howe High School.
Also mention the Fall Festival coming up October the 18th from 5 to 9 on a Saturday. Here's a handoff right up the middle, and that's a new running back in, and he will make his way to the 20-yard line. Another 1st down. I don't believe that was Hollingsworth. It was Hollingsworth.
Picking up the 1st down.
It was Hollingsworth again.
Hard runners.
They really work hard, don't they?
They do. They're quick feet. My goodness.
And now they will line up in victory formation, and this is going to be it for this football game, and it for Ronnie Ray as the all-time winningest coach. I never got a chance to play against Coach Ronnie Ray. I just missed him by 2 years, but what a great coach he was. And tonight, Matt Poe will move on over. And now the teams will exit. So Howe, your Bulldogs have a losing record for the first time this year. at 2-3 and have given up 56 points to Pottsboro and lose 56-14. The most points Howe's given up since 2004. And congratulations to Matt Poe, who is now the all-time winningest coach in Pottsboro school history, passing Ronnie Ray with 74 wins. We'll be back in a moment to wrap this one up. More Howe Bulldogs football on HoweEnterprise.com.
Carrie's Coffee Company is Texas quality.
Your business has a story to tell. Let Fast Signs help you tell it using the right mix of visual communication solutions like signs, banners, digital displays, vehicle graphics, mobile marketing, and so much more. Give Fast Signs your business challenge and we'll come up with a plan to grow your business, reach more customers, and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs.
Fast Signs Texoma, located at 1916 North Grand Avenue in Sherman, 903-893-SIGN.
Hi, this is Chris with Cavender Home Theater, your local satellite television expert. Our customers are raving about the Hopper from Dish, the most advanced DVR. You can record up to 6 shows at once and instantly skip commercials in recorded primetime TV. But that's not all. With Dish, you can watch all your live and recorded TV anywhere. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 today.
Abby's Restaurant is family owned and run. They have the cure for all your home cooking cravings. Chicken fried steak, loaded baked potato, bacon patty melt, grilled chicken salad, cheese fries, jalapeno stuffed peppers, and more. Don't forget to save room for that cheesecake and cobbler with ice cream. We know you're going to love the food and the service. Abby's Restaurant in downtown Howe. They're open from 11 to 8, Monday through Saturday. Give them a call, 903-487-8860. Abby's Restaurant.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium as the coaches are talking with the players down on the north side of the field about the 12-yard line, or 7-yard line actually. And for Howe, it's the most points they've given up since 2004. And the most points that has been put on Howe in this series between Pottsboro and Howe. The previous high was 49 when Pottsboro scored 49 on Howe back in 2006 and won 49-24. That was at Pottsboro. The previous high at Bulldog Stadium was 40 that Pottsboro scored here, and that was back in 1975. So it's been a while since Pottsboro scored this many points. They've never scored this many points at Howe. It's been since 2004 again, since Howe's given up more than 55 points in a game. So,
yeah, that was a tough one.
Just going back 10 years on this one to find a score this lopsided. It's just one of those games where everything seemed to go wrong from the very beginning. On the kickoff return from Anthony Hawthorne that went 95 yards, it was called back on a penalty, and it just seems like from that point, Howe just couldn't get rolling. Everything went the other way.
Yeah, that's one of them things that you hate to see that happen, because that was probably the momentum changer.
Well, like we were talking about, it's almost better to not have a 95-yard kick return than to have it called back.
Right.
That it just alleviates all momentum that you had.
It does.
And of course, that was early in the game, and you never know how things turn out there. Pottsboro is a great football team. Matt Poe now the winningest coach in Pottsboro school history, earning his 74th victory, surpassing Ronnie Ray on the all-time list for the Cardinals. Well, Howe moves to 2-3, as we mentioned. We'll be off next week, a bye.
Yeah.
So no game here next Friday night, and we will have more Bulldogs football in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we go to. Are we here?
Well, you would put me on the spot like that. Let me look.
No, I thought no, it's not on here.
Let me look and see. I can tell you we will be at Gunner on October the 10th. Game number 712 in school history.
That'll be a good game. That'll be a tough game.
That will Gunner very much like Pottsboro, two equally matched teams there, and Gunner's going to be a pretty tough matchup for Howe coming in 2 weeks. One of those things you just got to lick your wounds here.
That's
the most
right.
points Howe's given up in 10 years. And congratulations to Matt Poe, who's now the all-time winningest coach in Pottsboro school history. 74 wins, surpassing Ronnie Ray. For everyone who's been a part of this one, including Michael Mosier and Stephen Braswell, we're going to say goodnight from Bulldog Stadium. I'm Monty Walker. So long, everybody.
If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for a great deal. Only Dish offers free HD for 24 months and premium movie channels free for 3 months, including Blockbuster at home. Save a bundle when you combine DishNet high-speed internet with your TV service. Get more for less with Dish. Visit Cavender Home Theater, your Dish authorized retailer, or call 903-892-3499 for details. CavenderHT.com.
For my family, life is a series of celebrations, from my newest born cousin to my grandmother. We all partake in births, weddings, and funerals. Wherever we celebrate, we need to feel welcome. That's why we choose Scoggins Funeral Home in Howe. Scoggins Funeral Home understands our needs. Talk to the caring staff at Scoggins Funeral Home. Call 903-532-5577 or visit scogginsfuneralhome.com.
GCEC Wireless, located in Van Alstyne off of Exit 51, can help you with all your Verizon wireless needs. They have a wide range of products and services, including smartphones, wireless home and mobile internet, wireless home phone service, and accessories. They're also your local DirecTV dealer. So come on by or call them at 903-712-2355. That's GCEC Wireless. And go Bulldogs!
Think back to the best fried pie you've ever had. It won't compare to Sweetie Pies in Van Alstyne. They have handmade apricot, apple, peach, buttermilk, chocolate, coconut, and lemon fried pies that melt in your mouth. Located at 120 South Main Street in Van Alstyne on the east side of downtown. Give them a call at 903-712-PIES. That's 903-712-7437. Sweetie Pies can also make custom Howe cookies, muffins, and other baked goods.
It's way too hot for your vehicle's AC to go out. Head over to 4A Automotive in Howe for their special air conditioning service checkup for just $39.95. For over 10 years, they've provided the most reliable and dependable service and repairs in the area. 4A Automotive is a bumper-to-bumper service shop. They do it all, from autos to diesels, and they're front-end specialists too. So call 4A Automotive today at 903-546-0024. They're located 4 miles east of Howe at the corner of FM 902 and Luella Road.
You've been listening to Howe Bulldogs Football. Howe Bulldogs Football has been brought to you by
Abby's Restaurant, GCEC Wireless, Scoggins Funeral Home, Bucksnort Barbecue, Cavender Home Theater, SAP Consulting, Sweetie Pies,
Fast Signs, Kiri's Coffee Company,
4A Automotive, and Sonic.
He pushes his way in. It is touchdown time in Texas for the first time in the 2014 season.